our first video for this series, we have introduced the RCEP, the largest free trade agreement in the world, covering 30% of both the world population and GDP. From its entry in force, thousands of entry tariffs will be reduced or zeroed, easing trade in the whole Asia region. What are exactly the timing for said reduction? Find out in our videos.
Hello everyone, Riccardo Cogo here, trade analyst for ICHAM. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most important trade partners of Vietnam, Japan, and how the RCEP will affect commercial exchanges between the two countries. Japan is the third economic power in the world, while Vietnam is one of the most emerging countries in both Asia and the world. With a total commercial exchange of 39 billion USD, Japan stands one of the biggest Vietnam's largest trading partner. Vietnam total imports from Japan in 2020 was $20 billion, where the most important goods were electrical products, machinery, iron and steel, while Japan imported from its partner mostly textile and garments, means of transportation and machinery. The RCEP will affect trade in a positive way, gradually reducing many import tariffs for both the countries. Looking at the agreement, it can be observed that Vietnamese tariffs will take less time to be zeroed compared to Japan, with many articles going duty-free within 1 year or already duty-free, while Japan reduction toward Vietnamese products are longer. When they are not already duty-free, they take from 10 years or more. Both countries exclude some products from the agreement, with Japan having more exclusion than Vietnam. To make some examples, let's check several of the most important sectors of trades of these two countries. Firstly, I will consider Vietnam's reduction and secondly, Japan. For what concerns food, Vietnam's tariff reduction will take 1 or 10 years for many types of animal meat, such as meat of bovine, swine, sheep or goats. Japan instead will exclude many products as meat of bovine animals or chick meat of bovine animals, swine, sheep and goats. For what concerns vegetables, Vietnamese tariffs generally go duty-free in 10 years. To mention a few, tomatoes, carrots and cucumbers, mushroom, asparagus and olives all go zero in 10 years. Also, the tariff regimes of fruits are generally divided in categories, going duty-free in 10 or 1 years. Grapes, melons and apples will be duty-free within 1 year. Differently, apricots will take 10 years. Japan tariffs have a more heterogeneous regime. Tomatoes, carrots and cucumbers go duty-free in 15 years. Mushrooms have different tariffs depending on the species. Matsutake will be duty-free in 10 years, while truffles are already as such. A 15 years reduction instead is applied to grapes, melon and apples. Same thing happens for strawberries and cherries. Drinks, as coffee, have a various regime depending on the products. Coffee not roasted and not decaffeinated goes duty-free in 15 years. Decaffeinated remain at fixed 10% even after 25 years, while roasted one at fixed 15%. Tea as well remains at a tariff of 20% even after 25 years. Japan also has various tariffs for these types of product. Not roasted coffee is already duty-free, while roasted one takes 15 years. Green tea never goes duty-free, even after 21 years. Black tea in 15 years. Also water and alcoholic drinks have an irregular tariff regime. For example, mineral waters and aerated waters take only 1 year. Beer remains at a rate of 35% even after 25 years. While wine remains at a rate of 50%. Differently, Japan has already zeroed its entry tariff on water, with the only exception being water with added sugar, which will take 15 years. Beer is already duty-free, while wine takes 10 years, with an exception for sparkling wine not included in the agreement. Vietnam's tariff reduction for rice are very different. While rice suitable for sowing is already duty-free, semi-milled or woolly milled rice will remain with a fixed rate of 20% even after 25 years. Japan instead completely excludes rice from the agreement. Vietnamese tariffs on silk products are going duty-free within 1 year. Same applies for cotton, whose products, which are not duty-free within 1 year, will be as such in 10 or 15 years, depending on the measure of the products. Japan's tariffs on silk products instead are already zeroed, as well as all cotton products. Moving on to jewelry, Vietnamese entry tariffs are heterogeneous. While some precious stones are already duty-free, natural pearls will be such within 1 year. while articles of jewelry of precious metal will have their tariffs zeroed within 10 years. The situation is similar for Japan, where tariffs on precious stones are already zero, but pearls are already duty-free and articles of jewelry of silver will take 10 years. Let's now talk about machinery. Without considering the products which are already duty-free in Vietnam, such as water gas generator or gas turbines, Vietnamese tariffs in this sector are pretty different. For example, compression ignition internal combustion piston engines are interested by different tariffs regime, depending on what type of machinery they are related or depending on their watt power. Japanese tariffs of machinery are almost all zeroed, like gas or water generator, turbojet, turbopropellers and other gas turbines, and combustion piston engines. Pharmaceutical products, which are not already duty-free in Vietnam, will be as such in 10 years. Some of these includes medicaments containing penicillin G or salts. Japan's pharmaceutical products are all already duty-free. Iron and steel products are generally duty-free or zeroed within 1 year in Vietnam, with some differences depending on either thickness or product contained. Same variation also depend on weight, and this diverse tariffs regime works in a similar way for Japan. We invite you to contact our staff for further detail. As observed before, some articles are excluded from the RCEP and won't benefit from any reduction. Aside the ones already mentioned, Vietnam excludes manufactured tobacco, some petroleum oils, and retreated or used pneumatic tires of rubber. Japan, on the other hand, excludes some categories of meat and edible meat, some species of fishes and dextrin glue. That's all for this video. For further details, we invite you to write to these email addresses and to follow us on our website and social media that you can find in description. Grazie and hang up live.
Welcome to ICHAM channel. The Italian Chamber of Commerce in Vietnam, ICHAM, is an agency that's bringing a bigger business network of the Italian company and the Vietnamese company, and also providing a customized experience and services to the company. Services of ICHAM are divided in following main categories. The first one and the most important one is market entry services. The second category is providing the consultancy for investment. The third category is organizing business networking. So if you have any requests or for further detail, please contact us. We are here to help. Thank you. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.